Good afternoon. It is 1:50, Monday the 5th. Just want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you so much for watching my videos and the comments and everything and the support, I guess, from 2025. We did a lot of evictions this year. I hope we don't have that many this year. So pretty much 2025 was a mixture of 2024's and 2025's evictions. I have had a lot of stuff going on personally, and so for 2024 the evictions kind of took a back burner a little bit because I just couldn't do them for whatever reason. So a lot of people that should have been evicted in 2024 were evicted in 2025. So that's why we had so many. I don't even want to count them. It was a lot. But anyway, with that said, there's been a lot of people that have commented saying, well, Chris, file for money owed, or not even for money owed. Y'all don't even know what that is. File for damages, file a police report, take them to court, get some money out of these people. Well, hey, I'd love to, but guess what? There is none. It is a waste of time. It is not like what people think. So in the state of North Carolina, if I get a judgment against you, which if you were to look us up, we have hundreds of judgments against people probably over the last 20 years. We've had 3 people pay them. 3 in 20 years. There's nothing that forces you to do that in North Carolina. And so people are like, well, I would do this and I would do that. Well, good. I hope you do. And you'll find out that the juice isn't worth the squeeze because it's already been squeezed. There is no juice. There's nothing left. Now, granted, what you can do in some situations, and we've done it, you have to find out where they moved to. So you have to file a money owed charge. So you have to complete the work, figure out how much money they owe you, see all the damages on the property, figure out where they moved to. And if they have the money, you can take them back to court and do liens and all of that jazz. But again, a lot of times it's just not worth it. Just lick your wounds and move on. And that's the truth of the matter, unfortunately, in the state of North Carolina. But anyway, I just wanted to clear that up for this little short video. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great new year. 2026 coming for you, and it's going to be better. No more evictions. So anyway, in a perfect world, perfect world, we could evict and get paid for those judgments. We just don't live in a perfect world, do we? No, we don't. And that's okay. We have, and the people that we evicted last year and the year before, I will be clear here, those are people that have rented for many years, several years. We have changed our requirements. The way we approve people, our application process has completely changed in the last 5 years. We have a different service now that we use. We don't use a service. I'll just be honest. I don't use a service to run people's background. I hire a woman. I don't know what she does, but let me go ahead and tell you. She's amazing. Okay, you need to find you one of these women. Okay? She runs some black magic voodoo. Don't know what it is. That's why I turn away 80% of the people that I run their background. I promise you, at least. More times than not, there's something on there that we don't like. And what that looks like for us. Credit, that's important, sure, but that's not like a number one factor for us, okay? Criminal history. I want to know who you are, what you've done. I mean, you can look at somebody's criminal history and say, okay, this person's a piece of work and I don't want to rent to them, okay? They show they have a lack of good judgment, and they just lack it. they are repeat offenders. Now, if they're honest on their application, say, "Well, I'm a felon." Okay, well, what happened? I have a little portion in my application that explains or asks for an explanation. So, if you're 40 years old, and let's say you're 18 years old, and you got hemmed up with the wrong crowd, and you were running with a bunch of idiots, and you got arrested and spent 7 years in prison, and now you're a felon, but now you're 40 years old, and that was 15 years ago. Well, I've learned from my mistakes. Okay, well, thank you for being honest. That sucks. But yeah, you learn from your mistakes. You're a young kid and you were being a fool. So I'll rent to you. Be straight up. Be honest. That's fine. I love honesty. If you tell me on your application, yes, I've been evicted. This is what happened. It's a very common thing with single women. I was in some abusive relationship, yada, 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 me and my husband. We hear those stories. Now, if this is something that just happened recently, I'm a lot less apt to rent to you. But if you were evicted one time 10 years ago and you don't lie about it on your application and you're honest with me about it, we'll rent to you. We'll figure something out, but we will rent to you. I'll give you a shot. But if you lie about it and say, "Well, I've never been evicted," well, you're automatically just disqualified. And people don't realize that, because I guess people just think there's a timeline that goes by where all that stuff on your background goes away. It doesn't. It does not. I don't care what anybody's told you. At least the lady that I use, I see everything. I see everything you've ever done or committed. And, because I tell people, "Well, you've been evicted." "No, I haven't." "Oh, yes, you have. You've been evicted 3 times. "Well, that was 9 years ago. It's supposed to come off your record." No, honey. That's not how that works. What happens is the judgment that was given to you is no longer valid after 7 years. But it's still there. I can still see it. So, but those are pretty much the main things. And I just really hope that this year's, much different, honestly. Last year was tough. We spent a lot of time in court, and we did quite a few evictions. I want to say it was upwards around 15. That might be a record year. 2025 may have been a record year for evictions. But like I said, that also took on 2024 as well. So 2026 is going to be different, I hope. Good news is I do have some help from another Is this a magnet? Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. So I've been using this DJI mic for a long time. I did not realize this was a magnet. I'll say it now and I'll say it again. I am an idiot. But hey, at least I know I'm an idiot. Imagine if I was an idiot and I didn't know it. Check yourself. Anyway, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. And guys, let's be positive this year, okay? Positivity is something that people need more of. And I'm seeing less and less of it out here in the world. People are becoming really negative, and we don't need any more negativity in our life. So let's be positive moving forward, because what do we have to be upset about? We got a roof over our head. We got a warm bed to sleep in. We got food. We can go and do what we want here in America. As much as people hate to admit it sometimes, we live in the best country in the world. I've traveled a lot of places, and I'll just go ahead and tell you, we live in a fantastic country. For us to be able to go and do as we want, do as we please, worship who we want to worship, I don't see how it could get any better here, to be honest. Well, man, if they could figure out how to get some free ice cream vending machines around here, boy, I would be set. I would be fat. Now, I will say this. My goal this year, 2026, I got to lose 30 pounds, okay? So help me do that. If you see me munching on something, just Tell me to feed it to the dogs. Boys back here get hungry. So luckily my wife made me lunch today. I've eaten 3/4 of it. She made me 4 halves of a PB&J. So I've eaten 3 of the 4. 3/4. I am good at arithmetic. But anyway, not to drag this on any longer than it needs to be. But hey, we appreciate you. Thank you. This has been fun. It's been interesting, but it's been fun. I'm figuring it out as I go. So, anyway, y'all take care. And count it all joy. See ya.